Welcome back to another episode of The Councilmen. Today we'll be talking about Disney mostly, and Albert is going to tell his experience in the Star Wars convention. Was it last week, Albert?
Star Wars Celebration. Yes, it was last
Yeah,
weekend.
Star Wars celebration, not convention. Celebration, yeah, yeah. And then I think you have some exciting stories from there, don't you, Albert?
Well, I hope so. At least I hope so.
Yeah. From what the sneak peeks you've been giving me, it sounds interesting. All right, so let's start with
Yeah, let's
what you want to review.
just get to it. Yeah, like Calvin said, we're gonna be talking about Disney Plus, the new streaming service that has not launched, but they have revealed some stuff. We're gonna be talking about the stuff that's going to be in Disney Plus. Gonna be talking about Star Wars news, Episode 9, Mandalorian, the Cassian Andor series, Clone Wars. Maybe a bit. We're gonna touch on that, maybe not. But yeah, we're gonna be mostly Star Wars theme because Star Wars Celebration was last week and it was quite interesting.
Cool.
But real quick, house cleaning stuff to do. If you guys enjoy this, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. And if you guys see a review under the name Albert Puradharma, forgive me, I was testing if the Apple iTunes was actually working. I typed down the review and I literally write down, it's good. And then I send it and it got published and I cannot believe it. So if you see Albert Puradharma and it says it's good under my own podcast, that's the reasoning why. Because that will be very weird. Because I'm just testing it, but it happened.
Never thought so. So that's what happened.
Yeah, that is what happened. Trust me. Okay. So Star Wars Celebration. It was in Chicago. I live in Indiana, so there was like 2 hours drive over there. I stayed there over the weekend. I didn't only go to Star Wars Celebration, but it was because of the Schmodown was also there. The top 10 live shows there. So it was like a whole weekend fest for me in the middle of my semester, which my parents are probably not very pleased with for me to do that. But at least, but hey, they approved it, and I had a blast, which was great. It was my pre-birthday weekend. My birthday was on a Monday.
You gotta get some spanking when you get home, Albert.
Hope not. But yeah, Star Wars Celebration. It was very okay. I've never been to a convention before. I don't know if you have, Cal. Well, I guess. Well, it's technically a convention, but they call it Star Wars Celebration. You have been to a convention, right? To an anime expo or something like that.
Yeah, there's such thing as anime expo. I thought.
Yeah, well, I've never been to a convention, at least not something this huge, and the experience is surreal, especially like maybe if you go to an anime expo or like a Comic-Con, you see a lot of fans, but they're like from a multitude of different fandom. Like either you're like Marvel or DC or a certain anime like Naruto or One Piece or whatever. But since it's like one whole weekend celebrating one franchise, like the environment and the love for it is like it's I never expected something like that. It's just incredible. And just the all the booths, all the panels, the environment setting, it literally brought you back to like why Star Wars is so important in the culture, why people love Star Wars. Like I personally, I love Star Wars. I wouldn't qualify myself as the biggest Star Wars fan, and I'm gonna speak on behalf of Kelvin also. I think he also loves Star Wars, but he's not the biggest Star Wars fan. Is that right?
Yep. Yeah. No. Yeah. I know some stuff about Star Wars. Not everything about Star Wars.
Yeah, and we should say earlier, Ariq and Teguh are joining us today. But in terms of all 4 of us, I would say Teguh is probably the biggest Star Wars head among us.
Teguh knows a lot about Star Wars. Yeah.
Yeah, but even then, I wouldn't say we are like hardcore Star Wars fans to the level. But it's even though I'm not the biggest fan, I am beyond when I go to the convention at the first time, I'm like, okay, let's just see what it's all about. Once I'm about to leave the convention for the last time, I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna miss this. It's so exciting. Just walking in, if you go in the convention floor alone, there's a lot of stuff to see. They're just the booths or like there is an Oculus VR for Darth Vader,
What?
and I should have went in line. I didn't got a chance to, but I heard it's unreal, and it's literally very realistic. Like Darth Vader is breathing on your neck
You
like
you
that.
get like the mask built, so it's hard for you to breathe.
Well, you do not become Darth Vader. You become an apprentice of Darth Vader. At least that's how I
You
understand
get
it.
force chills.
You might be. I don't know. I know you're
I
thinking
want to
with
be force chilled.
lightsabers and stuff. Yeah, you probably. And yeah, so I did not get to the Oculus VR. You might be surprised. You might know I collect Funkos.
Yeah, yeah.
There is a Funko booth. I did not go to it, even though I really wanted the Darth Maul exclusive Funko Pop.
Oh, you didn't
But
buy?
man, dude, you know how long the line is? It's like wrapping around the
Oh, let
convention
me get.
floor.
How big is the convention? Like
My God. How do I?
okay, like
It's
in
huge.
Indonesia, is that's like more
Okay,
Sumerakon.
okay. The convention building,
Yeah.
Is Grand Indonesia.
Oh fuck. Okay, that's big.
The convention the convention floor is like I don't even know. It's like half of them.
Alright, that's big. That's big.
Yeah, and it's so organized too. Where like so one floor, so one they have two buildings. One building is like convention floor, all the booths, all the photo ops and autograph. It have a story to tell, by the way, and like some
um,
podcast shows is also there, like fan stuff. And on the other building is mostly media stuff. Like they show the panel of Star Wars Episode 9 in another building. The Mandalorian is on the same building on different day. So it's like two separate buildings, which is very well organized, I guess.
that's cool.
But the convention floor, the best thing is probably seeing all the cosplays is amazing. Seeing like all the merch, all the toys. There is
Wait,
literally
I'm very sure there's someone that cosplay as Stormtrooper. Am I right?
no shit. There's a lot of Stormtrooper. I sent I sent a I sent a picture to our line group. I don't know if you see any of the pictures. 'Cause I sent a lot. There's lots of interesting
Yeah, you sent a
cosplay.
lot. I skipped through it. I'm sorry. Gotta skip
It's
it
like
through.
Chancellor Palpatine cosplay always intrigues me, especially how they do the facial makeup. I guess they use a mask or something, but it's really cool.
Um,
Kylo Rens are cool. Several Chewbacca's, Slave Leia's, of course, they're always there.
yes, of course.
Oh,
Is there
Darth,
the what's her Jabba
what?
the Hutt?
No
Is
one
the slave
cosplay
Leia
Jabba
also
the
Jabba
Hutt.
the Hutt?
Okay, I send you one of the pictures. It's like there is like a booth where you can take a photo with someone cosplaying as a Slave Leia, and I believe as Han Solo, or is it as Luke? And then there is a Jabba. There is like it's not life size, but a pretty big Jabba the Hutt model that can move. So it was pretty cool.
Nice. That's cool.
There are some people, which is weird. There are like some adult being dressed up as Ewoks, so it's like huge.
Yeah. What? You know, if it's kids, I understand. But adults, really?
It's literally like a giant minion walking around, but as Ewoks, which is kind of cute because Ewoks are adorable.
No, bro. That's a, dude. Giant Ewoks is Chewbacca.
Well,
Giant
Chewbacca are
Ewok is
tall.
Chewbacca.
This is like just giant sized Ewoks. But anyway, there are like so many porks. All you can Darth Maul cosplay are amazing, by the way. Lots of Darth Maul and Rey cosplay. So yeah.
Yeah, of course. Ray. I mean, like Ray. Is there a male that dressed up as Ray?
Not that I saw, but most of the female that I saw are mostly Rey or some version of Rey. Either that or they do
How
Padme
many
or
versions
Leia.
of Ray? I thought there's only one version of Ray. Does
I
she
mean,
wear
like,
different
I mean,
outfits? I
like,
don't think
I
so.
mean, I mean, like they based it off Ray, but they have their own twist or whatever, you know.
Like a sexy Ray or something like that. Is that a
Uh,
sexy Ray?
I, there's so much I don't remember. I remember when there's a dark Ray. By that I mean like a evil version of Ray, which is like all black and like have a red lightsaber, which is pretty cool.
That's cool. That's
Mhm.
cool. That's cool.
But yeah, some of the highlights I would say is they have live props, man. I don't know if it's from the real film or not, but there is a there is a giant TIE fighter. Like, I'm not kidding. It is huge. It's probably the size of like an air, bigger than a. The height is higher, bigger than an airplane. Like the width, of course, not as long as an airplane, but it's a huge TIE fighter. They have an X-wing, which is literally like the size of a jet, which is incredible.
That's cool. That's
The
cool.
model, and then like there is a huge. It's literally like miniature figures. You remember Scarlet from Rogue One?
What?
The last planet in Rogue
Oh,
One.
the island, right?
Yeah. So imagine
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
imagine the half of a basketball court, but it's a miniature model, one to one comparison of Scarlet, and it's insane. So
Whoa.
that's
Okay.
incredible.
Okay.
So some of the stuff are just incredible stuff. And yeah, it's great stuff. And if you were there, I'm pretty sure you love it. If you're not, if you ever got a chance to go, next year it's gonna be in Anaheim, so I won't be there too far. But if you ever
Not
get a
in
chance to
time.
go to Star Wars Celebration, Anaheim in California, that's where Disneyland is.
Oh.
But if you ever get a chance to go, I recommend going because it's a unique thing to be in that one fandom of like everyone. And I guess there are like toxic fandom, there are like toxic Star Wars fans in the internet, right? But since you went,
Yeah. Of course.
you pay
There's
all
always
this
some.
money, you pay all this money to go to convention. You're not gonna express your toxicity and what you hate about Star Wars during the convention, right? So you only see the best part of people. You only see the best part of what they love about Star Wars, and it's exciting. I met this one guy, which is gonna lead to my story with my photo op, because Kelvin told me to get a photo with Sam Witwer, which I eventually did.
Because Darth Maul is cool.
Yep, he's the voice of Darth Maul, in case you don't know, in the Rebels and Clone War. Is he in Clone Wars?
Is
He's
it?
in Clone Wars. He's not in. I don't think he's in Rebels.
Oh,
It's an
cool.
obvious testament that I don't watch the
I
show,
don't know.
but I think it's
I
in
don't watch
Clone
it
Wars.
either.
I don't watch the animated show, but he's the voice of Darth Maul in
Okay.
Solo: A Star Wars Story as well. And he's also a
Ah.
competitor in the Schmodown. He was a former Star Wars championship in the Schmodown, so I'm a huge fan of that. And Calvin told me to get a photo op with Sam Witwer, which I did. And this is going to lead to my story. First of all, before the photo with Sam Witwer, I was in line. It was a very long line, obviously. I met this one fan. Ah, God, I forgot his name. I think it might be Christian.
Yeah.
I don't remember. But I think he's probably younger than me. And he's from Mexico. He went all the way from Mexico. His English wasn't the best, but
Ooh.
yeah, he's all the way from Mexico, and he came all the way to Chicago just to be in the Star Wars celebration. And we spent the whole time in the line talking about what we love about Star
Oh,
Wars, and that's just amazing.
dedication, man.
Huh?
Dedication.
Yeah, I know.
Ded-
That's crazy.
dedication. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I know.
I wouldn't do that.
It's amazing what this fandom could bring and how it will bring people together. But yeah, when I met Sam Witwer, I didn't know it was gonna be a fast photo op, right? I thought we can like have a chance to chat. So I'm gonna show Calvin this picture.
Yeah.
But basically, this is only for video viewers, by the way. Basically, I went in.
You don't say.
I talked to Sam Witwer. I'm like, hey Sam, I'm a huge fan of you on the show. He's also on Supergirl, by the way. So I'm like, I watched
Oh,
Supergirl,
really?
and I'm a huge fan of you on Supergirl as well. And I'm a huge fan of you in the Star Wars in the Schmodown. And he's like, oh man, thank you so much. And as soon as I'm speaking, the photographer's like, all right, 3, 2, 1. So I was not at all ready. So here's the outcome of the picture. I did the worst smile possible. I'm like, shit, I'm not ready for this. He
Yeah,
just,
is that how he looks like? I don't even know that's how he looks like.
that's how it looks like. And yeah, I did the worst smile possible because like the photographer's like 3, 2, 1, and I'm like, I just stared like my face is like fucked up. Well, that's a memory I'll cherish forever. I didn't know it was gonna be that fast. It was like take photo and then they shoo you away. I guess because of the long line or whatever.
Yeah. It's like, when I was taking the picture of my driving license, it's so bad.
But yeah, it's a cool experience. He's a nice guy. Wish I could talk to him more, but yeah. So that's a lot about Star Wars Celebration, and yeah, Chicago's great. It's funny how in the last day it was out of nowhere it started snowing, even though it's supposed to be summer pretty soon. It's spring right now. Soon it's gonna be summer, but somehow it snows in
Oh,
Chicago, and
the
people's like,
the what?
huh?
Yeah, what?
People's like, man, Star Wars Celebration bring their A game. They're having a hot team celebration during the last day. Yeah. Okay, Cal, do you have anything to say about that story, or should we dive into episode 9 trailer?
Oh, the episode 9 trailer. Why not?
Okay.
Have
Well,
some thoughts on it.
let's well, first of all, we're gonna talk about the trailer. So if you have not seen the trailer, this will probably spoil you from the trailer. I saw it. I didn't saw it during the panel. I saw it in the comfort of my hotel room, more like Airbnb room, because I didn't have tickets during that day. Kelvin just saw it recently, so it's still fresh on his mind. But there are some interesting stuff.
Before we start the stream, I just watch it.
Yep. Let's start with, let's just go. I don't exactly remember frame by frame, but I'm gonna try to see if I can do that.
Into it.
But let's talk about, well, of course, Lucasfilm, and then the first scene we see is Rey breeding, which is a callback to Finn. Remember the first scene of Force Awakens trailer is Finn?
Oh, I don't know if I tell this story before.
Yeah, you did. Go ahead, tell the story for the audience.
Oh, did I? Oh yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, basically Kelvin got scared because Finn
spooked by
appeared.
Well, I got spooked by Finn. Alright, yeah.
It's a nice callback to the first one because like Rey breeding, and then it pans down and you see that she have a new lightsaber because you remember her lightsaber broke. So I'm guessing she made a new one. It looks slightly different than Luke's old one, slightly modified. So I guess she based it off Luke, but it's slightly different. And you can
you don't really see the difference, you know.
Yeah, you need to really pay attention. But yeah, I've seen like breakdowns and stuff. So you can also see she still have the gun on her holster, the same gun that Han Solo gave her in that Mascanada place.
Oh, that's cool.
And Kelvin, we see her in a desert planet. What planet do you think this is? Do you think this is new? Do you think this is Tatooine? Do you think this is Jakku or what?
Isn't it? No, I'm assuming it was either the place where, the title is the Rise of Skywalker, right?
Yeah.
Right? Is that the title? Yeah. So
Rise
I don't know. My initial thought is either in her home planet, was it Jakku?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or it's in the place where, what's his name?
Lucas from Tatooine.
Yeah, Lucas from Tatooine. Yeah. One of those. That's my initial thought. One of them.
You don't think it's a new planet, right?
No, I don't know it's a new planet.
I'm with you on that one. I don't think it's a new planet as well. I want to say, even though they say this is the Skywalker saga is gonna come to an end in this one, so it's wrapping up the whole 9 films, not just wrapping up this trilogy.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you want to really go full circle with the saga, it would be fitting to go with Tatooine. But since this is sort of Rey's story in a sense, part of the saga,
Jakku.
I want to say Jakku, yeah. And
okay,
in case you don't, and then there's like the tag, every generation has a legend. In case you don't know, well, you probably don't know. I didn't know this also until I found out, because we were born in '99. Which I believe was when Phantom Menace came out. But during Phantom Menace, the trailer, Phantom Menace's trailer, it begins with every generation has a legend also. So it's the same tag. They're just like doing a callback.
Oh, that's nice. That's cool.
And then we see some kind of fighter. It looked like a combination of a TIE silencer and a TIE, I forget the name, but it looked like a mix of like Kylo's ship or whatever. And we never really see who's driving it, but we see a glove. Who do you think that is? Do you think that's Kylo? Do you think it's someone else? And what do you think is going on?
You see it,
And then
bro?
she did the cool flip after that.
Yeah, that flip was like, what? That's not
The clip.
possible. Yeah,
It's a cool. I mean, Yoda does flip all the time. Young Yoda does all the flip, remember? So Rey might learn it from Force Yoda.
oh yeah, that makes sense. But Yoda is Yoda, you know. Yoda is he defies nature.
He uses the Force. But yeah, what do you think?
Okay.
Who do
For
you
the
who do you think
glove
that was?
thing, the glove thing, I don't even notice the glove. How do you even notice the glove?
Because I paused it.
Oh, yeah, I didn't pause it, so
What do you
I don't think I
but
think
what
I
do you
don't
think
think
happened in
it's
that?
I don't know. The color of the with the by the coloring of the ship, I don't think it's a bad person. I think it's just like a training
No,
montage kind of thing.
okay. I think I well that is an Imperial. That's a New Order ship, so that's definitely an evil person
Oh, is
ship.
it?
But it could be a training montage. It could be that they steal someone. They could steal one of it and then they use it or something. It could be.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
I mean, like if it's like Kylo or something, wouldn't they be shooting at Rey?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't think it's a bad person. That's why I think it's like a training montage, mostly because
Hmm.
of them.
Yeah. So let's move on to the next clip. There is a clip of a ship going to some planet. It's a really unknown ship, but if some people have been saying if you paused it, the ship looked like the exact same ship. You remember Rey have a flashback in Force Awakens, like Chef when she touched the lightsaber,
Oh yeah.
and there is a moment where she's seeing a plane take off from Jakku, and she's like that's her parents.
I do not recall that.
Some people have speculated that the ship is exactly the same design as the one that's in Rey's
Ooh.
flashback. So,
Ooh.
and then the next
Okay.
clip
Okay.
We see Kylo Ren in some kind of forest that's like on fire, and he used a lightsaber to push someone down. And we see Kylo Ren forging back his helmet, or someone else forging back his helmet. Who knows? But Kelvin, what do you think? Do you like him better with the helmet, or do you like him without the helmet?
I don't know. I'm split on this one, honestly. Kind of like the I kind of like the helmet, but then like I don't know. It looks stupid too.
Helmet, I think the helmet looks
um,
cool, and I
yeah,
think
I say don't use the helmet.
don't use it. I think we're gonna see both versions is gonna be using and use and without.
Yeah, of course, it's
But
going to be using it and not using it.
but the helmet with like the red marks is gonna be cool, like forged back together.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's actually cool. If like there's like this the scars of the mask being melded together. Like, oh, all right.
And then the next scene we see Poe and Finn in the same desert island as Rey, I assume. So that might be why it's a training montage. And then we see BB-8 and Dio, which is a new droid that J.J. Abrams introduced. The next scene we see the Millennium Falcon with Chewie, and guess who's back, baby? Lando Calrissian.
Land.
We're
Yay.
wearing the same outfit as Donald Glover's Lando version in Solo,
Yeah. You haven't
which is like
showered since then.
well, I guess he changed. He used the blue shirt in Empire Strikes Back, so he changed obviously.
Alright, he changed after like how many years? So are you saying you only have two clothes over two set of clothes?
Maybe, but yeah. Then the next thing we know is in another desert island. Some people has been like some speeder chase or whatever. There is Luke, there is Poe and Finn and 3PO on like some kind of speeder, and then there is Leia hugging Rey, which is that is watching the trailer when I do the trailer reaction. That is the moment which touched my heartstrings the most. I'm like, oh shoot, I forget about this. Damn, this is gonna be impactful. And if you saw the live stream during
Mm-hmm.
when they show the panel, when they show live stream
Um,
from the panel, when the moment where Ray hug Leia, you can hear an audible of everyone like, oh, and it's like, oh man.
that's cool. That's cool.
And then of course the final shot, the hero shot of everyone, except surprisingly, if you realize R2D2 is not in this whole trailer.
R2D2 hasn't done. What did R2D2 even do? I thought he
R2
only appeared in the Force Awakens.
R2 R2 is huge in the first 6 films. I don't think it's
Yeah,
been
yeah.
that huge in this new film, in this new generation.
The only like he's only like really like useful in the what was it in the Force Awakens where he like
In the map,
whoa wake up from the coma. Here's
Yeah, but it's sad because he's
here's
a
the
very
man.
he did a lot in the first 6 films, and then we see the shot, which I'm guessing is the remnant of a Death Star on some planet.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have said that it might be in the moon of Endor or something, because that's the last Death Star that we saw, maybe the Endor. And then we heard the laugh, of course, Palpatine's laugh, and it's confirmed that it's
Like
Palpatine.
yeah, the Palpatine like it's kind of weird.
That's probably the biggest
Isn't
moment.
Palpatine dead in the previous movie?
That's the thing. That's the thing, though.
Didn't he die? So is
Well,
it
he did.
like
He did.
he did
Okay.
die?
But here's the thing. I have a question for you.
What?
How do we? Okay, wait. Before we get into so they finally revealed title The Rise of Skywalker, and then Palpatine laughing, right? So the coolest part from the panel is after you heard the laugh. No one was really sure what's going on, and then the lights turn on, and then it's Ian McDermott to play Palpatine, and then he's just standing there, and he just said, "Roll it again," and they play the trailer again, and crowd went nuts.
Wait. So the guy that played Palpatine is in the live showing of the trailer.
Yeah, he wasn't there previously, and then after the trailer ended, he suddenly appeared out of nowhere and just said, "Roll it
A
again."
surprise appearance. I see.
Yeah. So Kelvin, like you said, Palpatine. Before we get to the title, Palpatine, you said he's dead, which is true. In Return of the Jedi, you see him falling down the shaft, and then there's like some kind of explosion. So clearly he dies, right? Or not?
I mean like he could survive. It's a movie, you know.
Well, okay. Do you remember Revenge of the Sith when Emperor Palpatine talks to Anakin for the first time when he's still Sheev Palpatine? Have you heard the story of Darth?
No, what? I'll just say it right now. I do not recall almost everything. I only recall very few stuff from Star Wars.
That's fair. Okay, so I'll do the recap. So basically, there is a scene where Palpatine explained to Anakin when Anakin is still a Jedi. There's like the Siths have found a way on how to resurrect people from the dead or like prevent the dead or something like that. And then
Wait, what?
I guess yeah, that's a conversation that happened in Revenge of the Sith. Basically, they mentioned like the Siths with like combination of the two, like that's why they say the rule of two. Like basically, they can find a way to prevent the dead or resurrect the dead to save the loved ones. Like basically, because that's like the main conflict in Revenge of the Sith to prevent Padme from dying, and Anakin wants to do that. So maybe Palpatine have found a way to prevent dying or like resurrect himself from the dead. Maybe that's one, which is why he's back.
Maybe that's one.
Or another reason.
I didn't know about that. Okay, now it kind of makes sense, I guess.
Yeah. So that's one reason. Maybe he's that, and maybe he's the mastermind behind everything. Maybe he's the mastermind behind Snoke. Maybe he's the mastermind behind the Knights of Ren. Who knows?
That is one thing though. Kind of don't like how Snoke died. Like, why even have him? You know, in the first place,
Yeah.
he's just gonna die in like stupid ways like that.
Yeah. I don't think there's a lot of stuff that JJ is. I don't want to say a retcon, more like he's gonna retell the story. Like he's not gonna reboot. He's basically not gonna. What's the word? He is not going to deny everything that happened in the Last Jedi. He's just going to add another layer to the story, which perceives it differently. Like I believe JJ has also mentioned like we're gonna learn more about Rey's parentage or heritage even though Kylo has clearly said that they're no one, they're junk traders. I'm guessing they're gonna explain it in a way like Kylo doesn't actually know, or Kylo legit think they're junk traders when they're actually someone else.
Ah,
So in a way, it doesn't like remove everything from Episode 9, but like add another layer to it. So yeah. Anyway, back
I
back to
see. I see.
back to Palpatine. Either that he's really
Uh,
alive, or it's
uh,
just like a Force ghost or something, which is gonna be weird because only Jedi's
yeah.
can do that so far.
Like, I saw some comments on the most fastball play is 9 gag.
Uh,
About what is it? Why? Apparently, some like there are people saying like they shouldn't have brought back what's his name Palpatine because Star Wars you should like make new characters instead of going back to like the old one because it's just popular. A lot of them are saying like the only reason they bring Palpatine back is because they know they screw up with the second movie and they need like something to hype people up. That's what people are
well,
saying in
that
the
could be
manga.
I understand that reasoning, but I feel like another reason why they bring back Palpatine is I I think they actually
Like,
have a story to tell revolving Palpatine and why he's still alive. I think it's gonna I think it's gonna involve. So I think Rey's parentage, either Rey's actually like the offspring of Palpatine, or somehow Palpatine's involved in Rey's parentage. I have a strong feeling that Rey's heritage is gonna be involved in Palpatine in some way.
ah,
So that's one. And also, once again, this is a wrap up of the whole 9 films. And who has been the arcing over villain over the whole 9 films so far? It's
oh,
not Vader.
I really hope. No, I really hope they show in the. No, I really hope they show the Knights of Ren.
I think they will. I think they will. Which
I
will
mean,
be
like,
which,
I thought they're going to show it in the previous one, and then they didn't. I was like,
I know, right?
no,
Yeah.
I'm cool.
That's the thing about
Yeah,
The Last Jedi. They didn't have a time jump. It's like directly after, while the previous film always have time jump. So this one has been confirmed is gonna be, I think it's
no,
1 year ahead or
I just,
something, or several
I
years.
just don't, I just, you know what? I don't like the Last Jedi in general. There's so
That's a
much
fair
things
argument.
that can. Yeah, many people don't like it, right? One of
I
my senior is a huge Star Wars fan. He
mhm.
hated it like to the core. He doesn't believe that movie exists. That's how much he hated it. And then
Yeah,
like, dude, he have like full on passion hatred for Rose.
yeah. I
Yep.
don't.
Yeah.
I
Well,
I don't hate The Last Jedi. I think it's a great film. Some of the stuff do I like about
it's
the story? It could be
not really.
better, but I don't hate it, and I don't.
What you think
Rose
about Rose though?
Rose is fine. I don't. I'm like I don't hate Rose. I don't love Rose. But
Uh,
the actress, definitely I do not hate her because she doesn't deserve the hate out of everyone. Because like people told her to kill herself and stuff, and that's just
yeah,
not
that's the
right.
thing though. Even though I don't like the character, I don't want to hate on the actress. You know, it's kind of like sad that people are like,
Because like she's
what?
just doing what's given on the script though.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's like it's the same case with the Ghostbuster one, the black
Yeah,
woman that I don't know her name. Yeah,
Leslie
she
Jones.
got
Leslie.
a lot of hate.
Yeah,
She got so much. Yeah,
the best part about that episode 9 panel when they're doing the interview, people when they introduce Kelly Marie Tran, everyone just
yeah.
like everyone was they just expressed their love for Kelly Marie Tran, and Kelly Marie Tran, like she said, she didn't expect that, she wasn't ready, and she literally cried on stage.
She was expecting a lot of booze. I see.
I guess maybe, but yeah,
I
that's
mean, like,
Palpatine.
who would-
Let's go back to the trailer. What do you think of the title, Kel?
are you a big star? Are you going to be a huge Star Wars fan now after that convention?
Well, I always am a big Star Wars fan. I
No,
think
no, no. Huge,
I'm
Albert.
I'm
Huge. You're going to be a huge
I'm
fan.
definitely I'm definitely gonna revisit the films because I feel like there's a lot that I missed out.
Ah,
Because
makes sense.
Star Wars is out of all the fandoms, I think Star Wars is one of my most recent one that I get into.
Isn't it? Oh yeah, I mean like you get into what, Marvel first, right? The very
Yeah,
first one that you
well, DC is the first one for me, and then Marvel, and then Harry Potter.
really
I I,
DC.
I got Harry Potter before I got to Marvel. It's like DC, Harry Potter, Marvel, Lord of the Rings, and
Ah,
then Star Wars, and I think Star Trek, I guess. But yeah,
no, I never get Star Trek honestly.
Star Trek's awesome. Star Trek's awesome.
I
But yeah,
I don't get Star Trek.
Calvin, what do you think of the title, Rise of the
What
Skywalker? The Rise of Skywalker. What do you
the
think it means?
the rise of Skywalker? What do I think it means? I think it means she's a Skywalker.
Is
Is
that what you infer? You think Rey is a Skywalker?
yeah, definitely. I mean like I mean like
I don't.
unless you know what's his name? Luke suddenly like come back to life with the like Palpatine.
Yeah, that I
I
don't
mean
think
like
that's gonna happen.
that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen, Albert. That's
I don't
not
think
gonna
Rey's.
happen.
I don't think Luke's gonna come back. I don't think Rey's a Skywalker.
Yeah, I don't think Rise of Skywalker is just good.
There is no other
The only
Skywalker.
Skywalker alive is what?
Leia.
What's her
Leia.
name? Leia, right? Yeah, that's the only
Yeah.
Skywalker left.
And maybe Ben Solo. Technically, he have the Skywalker bloodline. Technically, but
Oh,
I
do
don't
he?
know. Well, he's
I
Leia
thought
and
his
he's
only
Leia and
connection with I thought Ren's oh, no. Is it Ren? Yeah. Wait.
Ben.
Kylo.
Yeah.
I thought
Ben
his
Solo.
isn't his only connection with Skywalker is the because like he's training. Isn't that
Well,
the only reason why?
his mom is
Oh
Leia.
wait, Leia, right? I forgot about Leia.
Yeah.
I
That's
thought
why.
I thought he died.
But yeah, his mom
Yeah.
is Leia, so it's a Skywalker technically. But yeah, some people have speculated that maybe they say the rise of Skywalker in a way that they're gonna no longer call it Jedi, and now they're gonna call the Force users the Skywalkers. Some people theory that.
I don't
But
like that.
I'm not the biggest fan of
Um,
that, but that could happen. And also another theory that I've heard is that they're gonna redeem Kylo because Palpatine's gonna be the
no,
main villain.
yeah, I mean like since the from the Last Jedi, at least I do I do think like Kylo shouldn't have gone back to his old ways. It's just kind of like contradicting to what he's trying to do
Mm-hmm.
with Rey. So it's like what he's evil again. Fine. That's why like I mean like with the title The Rise of the Skywalker, there's only like technically two like Leia and Solo, right? One with the blood, Skywalker blood. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm very sure he will come to the good side, I guess. Unless
Yeah,
Palpatine is like, unless he works with Palpatine now. The Knights of Ren is like under Palpatine now. Ooh.
yeah. Kylo has been really good as a bad guy, especially because he killed Snoke, he killed his father, he nearly killed his mom. He technically killed Luke using the Force because Luke overstressed himself. So it's sort of weird
No,
to see him redeem. But like, I think that might be
I
the
mean,
path. What?
I hate that scene by the way with the Luke Skywalker. I thought he actually showed up. Why don't he just showed up? You know, it's cooler that way.
I guess, but it's pretty cool that it showcased how strong he is. Like he's probably the strongest Jedi in the galaxy.
No, like you could have just like no went there and like just show everyone how strong he actually is, like physically.
I mean, isn't it
Off
stronger?
everyone.
Isn't it stronger that he can project himself into another galaxy, another planet? I feel like it's stronger
No,
than
no, I mean,
Just
like, yeah,
lightsaber
sure.
battle.
That is very strong too. It's just that, like, if you see him in action, it'll be cooler. And then, like,
Yeah,
okay, imagine this, Bert. He shows up physically, destroy everything, and then, like, he's very tired, and then, like, then Kylo comes in. That's why he can kill him. I think that's pretty cool.
I guess. Yeah. I'm okay. I'm gonna. Yeah, let's not get into that. That might be for some other time. I do have a
Yeah, yeah.
theory, but let's not get into that. Let's talk about the other stuff in the Star Wars universe. The
Alright.
Mandalorian. The Mandalorian. They've not revealed the trailer out yet, but the people who have seen it have told some clips of what happened. So in case you don't know, this is gonna be the first live-action Star Wars show. Gonna be airing on Disney Plus. I believe it's 10 episodes. And John Favreau, who directed Iron Man 2, and Jungle Book, and the new Lion King is going to come up, he is producing the show alongside with Dave
Oh,
Filoni, which is the writer to the Star Wars Clone Wars and the Star Wars Rebels, which is a beloved writer in the Star Wars universe because he understands the story and he is a huge fan. So the team up is a huge team up. And then the Mandalorian is going to be taking place between Force Awakens and Return of the Jedi, closer to Return of the Jedi, so closer to the time of after the Empire has disbanded. And basically, it's a story of bounty hunters. Pedro Pascal, who, if you watch Game of Thrones, is Prince Oberyn Martell, or if you don't watch Game of Thrones, is from Narcos as well. He plays the bad guy sort of in Kingsman: The Golden Circle. So he's a terrific
what?
actor. In Kingsman, he is
I
the
didn't
guy.
know that.
In Kingsman, he is the guy who betrayed the Kingsman. He is the statesman who betrayed the Kingsman. Remember, with the lasso. Maybe you don't know, but yeah, you can Google him right now if you
Is he
want. Pedro
bold?
Pascal. No,
The one with the bionic arm, right?
no.
Ah,
You might Google him, but yeah, Pedro Pascal is a terrific
yeah,
actor.
later.
So he's playing the bounty hunter Mandalorian, and Carl Weathers, who played Apollo Creed, is also going to be in the show, which is going to be interesting.
Which
Uh,
bounty hunters? With Jango Fan, Boba Fett be there?
well, they're both dead at this point in the
Ah,
timeline.
I see.
But from what I heard, they say the clip and the trailer is very action packed. It's very cool. It's This is gonna be one of the most serious and gritty, dark Star Wars stuff, which is gonna be exciting for Star Wars fans. And yeah, since we haven't seen the clip, we cannot say much. But it hurts. I heard it's been exciting, and the craziest thing is every episode of the show is going to be directed by a different director, and they're just not random TV directors. It's going to be movie directors. Taika Waititi has been confirmed to direct one episode. Bryce Dallas Howard, which is an actress, but I believe she's done some directing credits. She's going to direct some. I forget who else. But lots of big. Ron Howard, I think, is going to direct an episode also. So lots of big directors going to direct The Mandalorian. Kelvin, you have any thoughts on that?
My thoughts. I like the idea of the what about the bounty hunters? Is that what they are? Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, it's nice looking, like at the Star Wars universe from like not the side of the Sith and the Jedi,
I agree.
just with people from. Yeah, right. I mean, like that's the only reason why the Star Wars game, the one made by EA, Star Wars Battlefront, like so popular because you can play as a like stormtrooper. You go through their hells, you know. So you now you're going to a bounty hunter with a lot more gadgets and everything. So I think it'll be really cool. And
In case
about
you're
the
wondering, that's a poster.
that's cool.
Yeah. And I almost forgot Gina Carano, who's also from Deadpool, the first movie. She's the one who played Angel Dust. I think she's also in the film.
No idea.
So that is the
Um,
Mandalorian. That is the Mandalorian character.
that looks cool.
Yep. So
Yes,
yeah, any
classic.
thoughts? Any thoughts on that? On the
I like the
show?
design. And then like it sure is style like resembles Boba Fett, something like that. I think that's how bounty
Yeah.
hunters works. in Star Wars.
Yeah.
I do like the what's the name? No, with the different directors, like the big name directors
Mhm.
thing. I like that because like keeps each episode, I guess, fresh. Like having a like as long as they don't. What I feel like I don't know if I should be concerned about it or not. Like sometimes the director have to like follow the specific storyline, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe stuff could happen from there, you know.
But I
Like
like it that
the Disney. Mm-hmm. You like
I
it?
like it
What?
that
What?
I like it that it's a TV show instead of a movie, so it's like a longer form storytelling.
How long is per
Unlike,
episode?
I'm guessing it's gonna be like their Netflix
Or is it like Game
Daredevil.
of Thrones, an hour 30,
I don't think it's Game of Thrones. I think it's more like Daredevil.
40 minutes ish long?
Yeah. Still exciting
Yeah,
though.
almost an hour. Oh yeah. So if it's almost an hour, yeah, it's nice, you know.
Hmm.
I don't know, man. I just
Yeah,
no.
there's.
It's, I don't know. I'm not gonna watch it. That's the thing, cause it's in Disney Plus. I'm not
Hey,
gonna
you
watch
know,
it.
you know what, Kelvin? You know what? We can share an account. We split the bills, so we don't get that. So, hey, it's possible. We can do that
Yo,
with the rest of the councilmen. Have cheaper bills.
yo. One's living in Indonesia, one's in US, two in Japan.
I mean, it's possible. And yeah, let's. There's not much else we can cover because we didn't see. There's a Clone Wars panel. There is a Cash and Ender panel, I believe, but there's not much we can cover. We'll see. So,
There's a new Star
it,
Wars game coming out, like EA.
yeah, the what's it called? God damn,
I don't know
I
what I
know it.
mean. All I know, a lot of people is like, "Oh
Fallen Order,
yay,
Fallen
no
Order,
loot
and
box!" And then,
I think it's Star Wars Fallen
yeah, I don't
Order.
know the name. I don't really follow the Star Wars
Yeah,
game
the Fallen Order,
franchise.
and it's a Jedi Fallen Order, and then they also reveal the theme park for Disneyland Star Wars, but nothing much we can cover since we didn't see much. But yeah, so Calvin, you have anything else? We talk Star Wars before we get into the break, and after the break, we'll talk about Disney Plus and MCU.
Not much. Star Wars. I'm not. I don't know. Mike's a friend.
Okay,
Sounds cool.
all right.
I want them to be epic.
Okay, so we'll be taking a quick break, and after the break, we'll be talking about Disney Plus and MCU. Before we go to the pricing, which is surprising, it's the stuff that we're going to be able
Mm-hmm.
to see. They have said that we're going to get full exclusive library to all their animated films. I'm not sure about this one, but I believe we can get all the Disney Channel shows as well. We're going to get all the Marvel films, all the MCU films is going to be in Disney Plus. All the exclusive MCU shows like the Winter Soldier and Bucky, Vision and Wanda, Loki is gonna be there exclusive. The Star Wars stuff, all Star Wars films gonna be there. Star Wars exclusive films and show like Mandalorian, Catch and Ender is gonna be there as
How
well.
about TV shows like Agents of Shield? Is that a Disney thing or is that a different thing now?
I'm trying to Google that. The rights belong to ABC, so I'm not too
Ah,
sure.
okay.
But yeah, live action exclusive stuff, live action Disney stuff like the Lady in Trump's gonna be there. And I don't know why. I believe Nat Geo Wild is also there. I
Okay,
think
of course.
maybe
You
they
watch
own
all
everything.
this. You know, kids needs to know about animals too. You know,
I guess
like
Disney own. I guess Disney owned them now.
I mean, like Bert. You watch Cinderella. You see all those like mouse helping her. You gotta know some mouse facts too. You know.
So yeah, while I'm gonna look up the details about it, the price is gonna be $6.99 during the launch per month. I'm definitely gonna think they're gonna increase it in the upcoming months. It's gonna be like the launch thing. But that is surprisingly cheap for a streaming service, especially like if you compare HBO, which right now I'm only subscribed to for 1 month because of Game of Thrones. After that, I'm done, which is $40.99, which is super expensive. And then Netflix is for $11, I believe. At least that's what I'm paying for me and my sister to split, which works by the way
Does
in
she
here
still
in
watch
US.
Game of Thrones?
No,
Is she old
Netflix,
enough to watch that?
Netflix. we split it. So it works. She's in Australia, I'm in US,
Oh,
so it works streaming service that way. I don't know how much is Hulu, but I got Hulu because of my Spotify subscription. And I believe Amazon is, if you have Amazon Prime, of course you get it. CBS All Access I think is expensive, but $6.99 for Disney Plus. That's sort of cheap. Kelvin, what do you think of that?
honestly, I don't even know about the prices because I don't know. Okay, U.S. price and Japan, Indian. I don't know the rates, how expensive or not it is. I'm too lazy to do the math, even if I know. It's like,
That's fair.
yeah,
But
right.
like, are
But
you planning? Do you think you're planning to get it?
I don't know. Like right now, I think like I'm using my friend's Netflix account sometimes.
Okay.
So here's the thing. I really, honestly, I hate all these streaming services popping up everywhere. Like at first, I'm okay with Netflix. Netflix like at first is like you have everything, and then like Disney thinks like, I'll make one too, and takes out Daredevil, takes out Punisher. Dang, just dang it!
Okay.
I was sad. I cried.
Let me
Not really
let me
good.
stop you. Let me stop you right there. The Daredevil, Punisher, all the Defenders, they don't belong to Disney.
Oh, they
So the
don't.
fact that Netflix
I didn't
decided to
know.
cancel them is Netflix's own decision. It's not Disney's decision.
Oh, really? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't look into it much. But
But yeah, that's
but
that.
the point is, I do not like all this bunch of streaming services popping up everywhere. Amazon Prime, whatever you just mentioned, all those stuff. I think like I'm just gonna stick with Netflix.
I mean, literally, streaming service is now gonna become like cable TV during the day. Well, during the
It's the
day,
new TV, yeah, basically.
I say,
It's the
I
new
say that
TV.
I say during the day, and we still have TVs right now at home, at least. But like, we used to we pay like like at home in Indonesia at least, Indovision or like IndiHome. We pay like I don't know how many
Yeah.
100,000 rupiah a month for like a package deal of several channels. This is pretty much like that, I guess. If you combine all the prices together, if you combine Netflix, Amazon, Disney, it's gonna be like the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
amount,
yeah.
I guess.
But I guess so much accounts you have to remember for.
That's true.
I mean,
But the
like
thing about
here, Indonesia, the channels thing. I mean, like it's all in one, so it's nice. This one you have to like Netflix, then you have to like open Disney Plus. I don't know
I
how it
guess
works if you have a lot. So
what if one day what if
yeah,
one day there is gonna be an app which allows you to open everything as long as you have an account registered to it? That would be nice.
um, yeah, that would be nice. But like, still, if I haven't worked, I'll stick with Netflix.
Hey, we can discuss this with the rest of the councilmen. Maybe split the price if you want to 6.99. Because I have the list of the shows and it's crazy how much you can get for 6.99. Especially because okay, the reason I get Netflix in the first place is because the Marvel shows, Daredevil, Luke Cage, Defenders. That's why. And then I don't know. I still have Netflix right now because I'm splitting it with my sister, so that's all right. But like most of the, eventually, as soon as Disney Plus launch, you will not be able to watch the Marvel movies and the Star Wars films in Netflix because they're gonna pull it to Disney Plus. So what you're gonna get left on Netflix is mostly the original programming stuff. And yes, some of them has been great, like Stranger Things. Some season one is good, season two is okay. I don't know season three.
Yeah,
Some stuff
true.
is like huge, but some of the original programming hasn't been the best. So at some point, I feel like Netflix is gonna struggle, which is gonna be a big blow on them because they have been the biggest thing in terms of streaming service. But
It,
because of Disney, they're gonna take the hit.
didn't like at one point, I don't know. I read the article, something like Netflix originals cost more than what they get it back. I read something about like something like that
That might be
somewhere.
true. I'm not familiar with that, but yeah, Netflix they've
Yeah,
been
I think
spending a
like
lot of money,
yeah.
especially if you know from a month ago, I believe, or 2 months ago, they just extend their license for the TV show Friends, and I believe it's a million. how much was it? It's a huge. It's basically it broke record or something. But
Oh wow.
it doesn't break record. I mean, it break the news. But
Yeah. Not
but
wow.
they but okay. Netflix negotiated with Warner Brothers for $100 million for 1 year,
100 million. I mean,
just
like a
to
lot of
license
people watch that.
Friends on Netflix, and no other streaming service can have that. That's huge. That's a
Dude,
lot of money.
I mean, like it's. I think it, I mean, like it's pretty good investment. I mean, like a lot of people love Friends. You love Friends.
I do.
I'm.
But yeah, that's like one of the few reasons I still have Netflix in the first place that I still watch. But
No, you
maybe
still
one,
watch it?
maybe. Hey, college is stressful. If I need a laugh, I go open that. It still makes me laugh.
I can. I can agree with that.
So yeah, maybe eventually once Disney Plus launch, I'm gonna. If Netflix run out of their interesting stuff, maybe I'll drop Netflix. Who knows? Or I'll
Yeah.
leave it to my sister so she pay everything. I don't know.
I like if like in all those streaming services they're like cool stuff. Are you gonna get them all? Like catch them all, subscribe them.
I don't know. They're a lot of money, but yeah.
It's a
So
lot of money, bro.
here's what I found from Disney
Mm,
Plus. They're gonna have all the Disney stuff, Pixar stuff. I forget Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, and Nat
mm.
Geo stuff. We've already heard about Mandalorian, like I told you. Since they acquired Fox, all of the Simpsons season is gonna be exclusive to Disney Plus, starting the launch,
Wait,
which I believe is
Simpsons?
November. Yeah,
Simpsons?
Simpsons. All seasons of the Simpsons, because they belong to Fox and now Disney have it, is gonna be. You can only watch the
Oh
Simpsons
yeah.
now in Disney Plus.
Well, I mean like Simpsons hasn't been good for so long now.
Yeah,
I don't really
but still,
mind. I mean,
there's a fan base. There is a fan base for that.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Of course, Simpsons, man.
and I also believe that they say that Disney, by Disney I mean like the whole Disney, Star Wars, Pixar, Marvel. Once
Yeah.
the film drop on Blu-ray, if I'm not wrong, it's gonna be directly also on the streaming service. So there's no like a gap between, like Netflix. They have a gap like 6 months, I believe, from Blu-ray to Netflix. But
Oh
now they're
really?
gonna be
Oh,
direct.
I didn't know that.
But now for Disney Plus, all the Disney exclusive stuff is gonna be directly on the streaming service. So that's a huge bonus for them.
Yeah, there's a nice bonus.
The Star Wars show that we're gonna get is the Mandalorian Cassian Andor series, which is played by Diego Luna from Rogue One, alongside with K2SO.
Ah,
There is a rumor of Obi-Wan. What do you mean, huh?
I don't know. You say Rogue One. I don't. Oh, the actor?
Cassian Andor, the Latino dude.
I don't
They're
know.
gonna they're gonna have a they're gonna have a show about Cassian Andor, which is the Latino
Ah,
guy from Rogue One, along with his droid
ah.
K2SO.
I
There
didn't
is a
know.
rumor
Okay.
Obi-Wan Kenobi miniseries. There's a rumor, and it has been
Wait, let me
revealed
see.
also. Star Wars: The Clone Wars series, the final season is gonna be
Oh,
exclusive to
dude.
Disney Plus.
Uh, Clone Wars. I watched some Clone Wars episode.
Yeah,
I think it's Clone Wars, right? The cartoon.
there is Clone
Right?
Wars and
That's
there's
a really good.
Rebels. There's Clone Wars and there's Rebels. But yeah,
Yeah. I watched some of it. Basically, I don't know which cartoon, but I like it.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
I think
because
that'll be cool.
the fan base for Clone Wars might be niche one, but it's a very huge and loving fan base. So people's been wanting the
Uh,
seventh season for a while now. So that the seventh season and the final season is gonna be exclusive to Disney Plus. That's gonna attract a lot of people.
Definitely.
They're gonna have their own, because I guess Jim Henson belongs to Disney, the Muppet stuff. So they're gonna have an Untitled
Oh,
Muppet
the Muppet
series.
stuff.
Yeah, they're gonna have a
Okay.
Muppet. They're gonna have a Muppet TV show. Monster Inc.
Mm.
from Pixar. They're gonna have a Monster Inc. TV show,
Uh, Monster Inc. TV show.
which I'm guessing mostly gonna be for the kids audience. But that's still interesting because Pixar never, they rarely does the wrong stuff.
Monster Inc.
This is
Oh,
this is what
is it gonna be with Sully and Mike Wazowski again?
I guess so. Maybe they revolve with other characters as well, but
Yeah, maybe makes sense if they do that.
this is news to me that I'm just reading this right now. They're gonna have a spin-off to High School Musical. They're gonna have a High School Musical the series.
Is
That's
is it
exciting to
with
me.
Zac Efron?
I doubt it because they
Mhm.
graduate they graduate technically in terms of storyline, but
I don't know something, Bert. I've never watched High School Musical.
this is a disgrace. We're ending the podcast right now. Okay, guys, so thank you for watching. You
Dude,
ever
I
watched
haven't
High School
even
Musical?
watched. Dude, I never watched. What's his name? I never watched Home Alone in English. Fuck you expect?
And this is your homework for next episode. We're gonna review High School Musical 1 until 3.
I haven't, dude. I haven't even watched Home Alone in English. I've been watching it dubbed in Indonesian this whole time. I don't know how Kevin sounds.
To be fair, I've never watched Home Alone as well, so I'm in the same realm as you. But I've watched High School Musical, so
Yeah, no, I don't know. I thought like
yeah,
Zac Efron doesn't like his High School Musical days. I thought
well,
that's what you say.
I don't think he doesn't like. He's just glad it's over. More like he doesn't want to relive
Ah,
it.
okay,
But at
yes.
least I
That makes
think he likes the experience, but he just doesn't want to go back to the role. I think because like
yeah,
he's
of
moved on
course.
from it. He's no
He's
longer
too old
throwing.
for that. No.
Yeah, he's buff now. He cannot fit a high school kid anymore.
The kind of movies he's in now. He's like the neighbor, the one with
Yeah,
Chloe Grace Moretz. Yeah, he plays that kind
yeah,
of
neighbor.
role.
Yeah, so yeah, other stuff that we have. The live action one, we talk about it in episode 6, I believe, or episode 4, I don't know. The Lady and the Tramp series, the movie, the live action, that is going to be there.
uh-huh.
And now we're going to transition to the Marvel stuff. Before we go that, you have anything to say about the other previous stuff that I just go through?
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't been following the news for Disney's. No,
That's fair. Which is why I'm
do.
here.
I'm
This is
so,
my job for you.
I haven't. I have not. Dude, I haven't even. I haven't even watched any like MCU stuff. I mean, like I'm what the like the Endgame trailer or anything. I'm avoiding everything.
Yeah,
You know that.
I know.
I'm avoiding everything. That's why I don't open news.
Which is why this is my job for you to tell you and break you the news. So yeah.
Wait,
So you ready
spoiler.
to transition to? Well, it's not spoiler because
Yeah,
I know as much as anyone in the internet.
let's not anything related to the Endgame.
Or not. But yeah, you ready
It's
to
just 1
transition?
week away, Albert.
I know. You got your tickets yet?
I'm still figuring out how how it works in Japan.
What's that supposed to mean?
I never, no, none of my senpai ever booked a ticket to. And like, I go
Oh,
to their
you just
website, then I'm so confused on what I'm supposed to press. I don't want to sell my liver for a ticket.
so you just gonna plan to go to the theater and buy it on the day?
No, I'm still figuring out. Like, I'm very sure I'll find a way
Well,
to get the
hopefully you
ticket.
find a way because we need to film that spoiler review for Endgame.
I'm like, oh yeah, maybe I should just watch the Japanese version. Sanosu Kisama. That would be cool. Yeah, that's Thanos' name in Japanese. Sanosu.
Sanosu.
Sanosu. SA. It's weird, I know.
Wait, so there are Japanese and there are English version for the film.
Yeah, in Japan it's always like that. There are two versions of
Okay.
everything. Yeah.
Okay.
So
All right.
yeah,
Let's.
okay. Basically about the MCU, the future. I think I mentioned this before. I believe it would be the face of it will still be Iron Man, but
Well,
instead of Captain America, it's Captain Marvel. Do
we're
you
not
agree
talking
with
about
that,
that right
Albert?
now. We're not
Oh,
talking
are we
about
not?
that
I thought
future
we were
right now.
talking about MCU.
We're talking about the Disney Plus MCU, not the future of MCU.
Oh, is that what we're talking about? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I
Oh,
told you
there
earlier.
has been a slight miscommunication here.
Okay. Well, before we go to that, they're gonna do a documentary kind of thing about Marvel 616, which is if you read the comics, 616 is the main Marvel
Um,
universe. So they're
yeah,
gonna
yeah, yeah.
do they're gonna do a
Documentary.
documentary, yeah, from the
What's
beginning
that? Dude?
of how Marvel Comics and the universe has grown into and how it affects cultural and pop culture. Which as soon as that drops, I'm gonna be
Oh,
watching that because that's gonna be super interesting.
yeah, 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 yeah. I want to watch that too. That's an interesting topic.
Yep.
I could have learned this if I didn't drop the cultural studies class.
What do you mean? What's that?
You know the picture I sent in the group where I say like, oh look, I
Oh yeah, the
can
Black
choose
Panther thing.
to analyze Black Panther. Yeah, I dropped that class. Screw that class.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so
So
basically
the Disney Plus Marvel
the
shows. I'm trying to see the
are
list
they
that they
going
have
to
right.
make like a mini series or original, like I don't know, like mini
Okay, the
series
best.
of like
So I'm looking for the list that has been confirmed, but what we know is gonna be is basically a mini series, like I guess 10 episodes each for each of them. I don't know how many seasons. But the best thing is that they're gonna be connected to the actual MCU, not in a way like if you watch the Daredevil show, the Netflix shows, and Agents of Shield, or even Runaways and Cloak and Dagger, they reference them like, oh, the New York accident incident, or like Cloak and
yeah,
Agents of
like
Shield.
Agents of Shield. They do that too.
The only thing you get is like Coulson, basically.
No, no, they just mention about the what's it name? What happened in Winter Soldier, stuff like that. They mention it in the. You didn't? Do you watch Agents of Shield? I don't think you do.
Nope, nope.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They did mention about the what happened in Winter Soldier, stuff like that. They mentioned about it. Yeah,
Yeah, but the thing is, they're not exactly tied in all the time,
yeah.
and
No, no, no,
they will never
definitely
cross
not.
over with they will never cross over with the movies, and the producer is
Of course.
always different. Like the Netflix one is controlled by Netflix. The Agents of Shield is ABC. The other one Hulu and Freeform for Cloak and Dagger and Runaways. And like I
How
believe
many are there?
Jeff Loeb is in charge of the Marvel TV stuff. What do you mean by
Who's
how many
Jeff
are there?
Lowe? As in, wait, how many Marvel series are there? How many Agents of
Well,
Shield?
the one that's still ongoing is Agents of Shield,
Yeah,
Runaways, and Cloak and Dagger.
Runaway is the one that looks like drama, right?
It's more of a YA story, but it's pretty interesting. It's pretty fun.
Oh, hmm.
But the best thing about this is that Kevin Feige will be controlling the shows. He'll be the showrunner for this one.
Oh, that's
And
cool. Kevin
yeah,
Feige is trustable.
because the previous one has been Jeff Loeb, which is why it's hard to cross over. I believe it's Jeff Loeb or
Um,
Jeff
so
Whedon.
now, you're saying there's a chance that the TV and the thing will cross over then?
Well, the thing is, the TV shows are based on the characters on the movies, so that's for sure.
Yeah, true.
And the actors from the movies, these A-list actors, are actually gonna be in a TV show, which is great.
Yeah, that's true. Huh. Cool.
So the one that has been confirmed is going to be the Loki TV show. God damn it. They're gonna have a Scarlet Witch and Vision TV show. I believe it's called WandaVision or something.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
It's a
Not
weird
not
title.
I don't know how I feel about it. Is it going to be like a romance kind of thing?
Yeah, it's called WandaVision. It's a weird title,
Wonder
but and it's
Wonder Vision.
and
That's
they
a
put it
weird
and they
title.
put it one word without space, so that's gonna be interesting. I'm hoping it's gonna be. I don't think they're gonna do it, but imagine if it's a rom-com TV show, just like Wanda trying to cope with Vision emotionless.
I want to see like the day to day of how Vision learns the human movements, like humans' emotion.
they'll they'll be exciting, and yeah, Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany, they're A-list stars. They're gonna be starring in that, so that's fun. The Falcon and Winter Soldier TV show, Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan.
I
Basically,
don't
this
know how
is
I feel about that. Kind of weird.
I love I love this because remember in Civil War when they're in the small car. Hey, can you move
Yeah,
your
yeah.
seat? hey, can you move your seat? No. They should just put that as a trailer of the show. That's it.
So are you saying it'll be like a bad cop, good cop kind of thing?
Maybe.
That's how they work.
Maybe that will be
That's not too bad.
the Loki TV show is
That's
gonna
not.
be the Loki TV show is gonna be basically this one is the most intriguing to me because we're not just gonna be seeing Loki, but we're gonna be seeing Loki jumping from time to time. Okay, you've watched Legends of Tomorrow, right?
No.
Okay, have you watched Forrest Gump?
Oh, I did. Yeah, of course.
You know how Forrest Gump somehow stumbles into different events throughout the whole history of the US or whatever.
Oh yeah, you did.
So the
Really?
premise for Loki is gonna be mischievously on purpose, jumping from different events, manipulating to the outcome of the events actually is throughout the history of time.
That's weird.
It's interesting though.
So that's
So Loki is gonna be involved in maybe like the signing of the Declaration of Independence or like World War II or whatever. So it's
what's
gonna
he
be
gonna do
interesting.
in the what? Trick Hitler to eating the poison?
But isn't it interesting? It's sort of like an anthology series of him jumping from one timeline, which is interesting to me.
That's I don't know, man. It's weird. I don't know how to feel about that.
Yeah.
I would say it's experimental.
Well, out of the three that has been confirmed, which one do you find most intriguing?
Well, I mean, like, yeah, of course, Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
I think everyone's excited about that one. He's not the other two.
I think it's gonna be an
Yeah,
action
I'm
comedy,
just
which is gonna be fun.
yeah, action comedy always works.
Oh, I forgot. Hawkeye. There's gonna be Hawkeye TV show, and it's gonna be Clint Barton mentoring Kate Bishop, which is the new Hawkeye, the young girl Hawkeye in the comics.
Um,
So that's gonna be exciting too.
dude, uh, that's not what I want. I want like a day-to-day of like a vlog of Hawkeye and the
I think
family.
so. The thing is, I think it's gonna focus on Hawkeye's day to day in the farm, but at the same time, it's gonna be passing on the mantle to Kate Bishop.
Do you think he's going to like turn to the? You know how in comic he turns to was it Ronin?
I think it's gonna be Ronin in Endgame. I think.
I don't know. The hair kind of gives. I don't know. I don't like the hair.
But yeah, that's
So yeah.
the Hawkeye. The Hawkeye stuff is intriguing because Kate Bishop is an awesome character. So yeah. So for you, well, I guess you will eventually once if you ever watch a show. But
Wait,
Kate Bishop is an interesting
so the
character.
new Hawkeye is female.
It's a younger Hawkeye. I believe she's like in her early 20s right now, at least in the comics.
Okay.
But yeah, she's awesome. Kate Bishop. So you said out of the three is the Falcon Winter Soldier for you, right?
Yeah, of course.
For me, it's the Vision.
Yeah,
For me, it's the Loki one because I don't know what you're gonna expect from that.
I don't know. It's weird, man. Like, imagine like Hitler in the bunker, and then like, yeah, and then like turns out Loki is like deceiving him, and then like, oh yeah, I am like he turns to Hitler's wife, was it? Yeah. And then like that's why he didn't eat the poison. Is that how it is?
I don't know, but I think he's gonna be involved in some way in different historical events. I don't know what historical events, but it's just I just want to know what they can think of, to manipulate the time.
As long as it doesn't like somehow, some way, I don't know, contradicts the MCU, it's fine. The movie.
But yeah, so those two are big ones. And I'm just gonna say one more, which is not. This is gonna be an animated show, although I believe the voice cast, actual actors, are gonna play the voice casting. But I might be wrong. But it's gonna be the Marvel What If comic.
Yeah, I know.
They're gonna be making they're gonna be making a lot of What If TV episodes, TV show, animated form.
Oh, cool.
The first one that has been confirmed is What If Peggy Carter is Captain America. So that's sort of exciting.
So it's Steve Rogers, the one that's like, I'll be waiting for that dance.
Maybe. But Kelvin, so uh, if you could choose a what if from the MCU, like from the current MCU timeline, if you could make a what if story, which would you choose? Or
What
what
if
would you do?
Quicksilver is not an idiot?
So what if Quicksilver is alive?
Wait, let me think about this.
What if Thor aimed for the head? That's probably a big one.
Ah, that's nice. What if Thor aim for the chin?
I I
No,
wrote
no.
this. I wrote this in my notes a while back. I'm trying to find it. I don't know where I
What
put it.
if? Oh, I know a good one. Wait, let me think this through. What if? Hmm, so much possibilities.
Yeah, just shoot it out. You don't have to just say one.
I don't know.
What
What
if
if?
what if Iron Man never got kidnapped? I guess
What
nothing
if
happened. Oh, okay.
Steve
I have a bunch.
Rogers? What if Steve Rogers is never found? Nothing
It's a
much, I
what?
guess.
What if Steve Rogers is what?
Steve, Steve Rogers is never found.
What the hell? Nothing happened.
Exactly. Now that I think of
Okay,
it.
okay. I have a bunch. I have a bunch. Tell me what you think of each of these.
Wait. Wait. Let me tell you this one first, okay?
Hmm.
What if? What if no one can find the Infinity Gems?
Okay,
Peaceful worlds.
sure. So like a serious one will be like, what if Loki is worthy of Thor's hammer? That will be a serious, like, interesting one. But I have a combination of both serious and both comedic. So let me know what you think of each of them. What
Okay,
if
sure.
what if Agent Coulson didn't die?
No, okay. I mean, he didn't
Nothing.
die.
Okay. What
He
what
didn't
what
die.
if, well, they thought he died. What if Hope from Ant-Man? What if Hope becomes Ant-Man instead of Scott
Who's
Lang?
Hope?
Hope Van Dyne.
Ah, yeah. No, was.
Yeah, because she's supposed to
I
be.
mean,
Because she begged to be Ant-Man, but eventually, like, no, I need Scott to be it. But it will be
I
interesting
mean,
if
like,
to see the whole story they tell it with Hope being the
she's
Ant-Man.
already a wasp, so I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this.
I mean, she
Hmm.
became the Wasp in Ant-Man and the Wasp, but initially she wanted to become Ant-Man in the movie Ant-Man. Remember? She
Wasp is
wanted to
cooler
be the
than
one.
ants.
That's true. What if Captain
Okay, go on.
America? What if Captain America was not frozen,
Burnt.
not burned, not burned as well? Oh my God! So he
No,
felt
no, burnt as in like as the plane crashed, then like
proof
it
as he died.
exploded.
So the next few one are comedic. What if Trevor Slattery is the actual Mandarin, which actually could be pretty cool. What if Thor
No,
aimed
yeah.
for the
Why
head?
don't they never talk to Mandarin again?
Maybe they will eventually. I don't know.
Eventually, I think so. Yeah.
What if Thor aimed for the head?
Okay.
What if Dormammu does not bargain? Dormammu, I've come to bargain. No.
You know, what if Doctor Strange drive responsibly?
What if Nick Fury got killed by the Winter Soldier? That'll be interesting.
What if
What if Shuri is
uh
Black Panther?
what if Bucky never falls?
Bucky never what? Fall? Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Mm.
What if Budapest never happened?
Oh. Okay. What
and
if?
my and my
What if?
and my favorite one. What if Baskin Robbins never found out? Hmm.
Nice.
Scott Lang will be working as Baskin Robbins
Nice
still.
one. Nice one. Nice, nice, nice. I like that. I like that. What if Baskin Robbins never finds out?
You know the funny thing, because I posted in one of my group chats, and then the next person who replied me is like, "Dude, even in the possibilities of Spider Verse, Baskin Robbins always finds out. They always find out in all universes. There is no universe where they don't find out. That's how good Baskin Robbins is."
What if that's really nice? What if uh
We ran out of everything to say.
no not I need time to think about this.
But it's an interesting topic, right? I'm interested to see what they can think of in terms of the show and what they can do in terms of
Yeah,
animation as well.
definitely.
But yeah,
So much possibilities.
Marvel have a lot of
So
stuff to.
uh what if Ragnarok didn't happen?
And how's that gonna go?
I don't know. It's like they live peacefully, and then Thanos never meet them in the space. What if Thor never found Hulk?
You mean
Nothing.
he never fought
He
Hulk.
never go to Sikaar.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
All
I don't know. I don't know.
right.
There's so much.
One more
What
thing
what if
before.
what if Bucky never kills Tony's parents?
That's a big one. That's an interesting and big one. Yeah.
Yeah. What if Zemo was actually cool?
What if Disney never fired James Gunn? Oh.
Ooh. No,
We
they
go
did
to,
hire him back.
yeah, I know. All right, so
Alright.
yeah, I think we cover a lot about Marvel stuff. We cover Star Wars stuff. Before we go, there's one more thing that I have to say. Disney is teaming up with Jeff Goldblum, not the Grandmaster, not Jeff Goldblum as a Grandmaster, but with Jeff Goldblum, and it's gonna be called The World According to Jeff Goldblum. So it's gonna be a National Geographic kind of thing, where Jeff Goldblum just got astonished by the world, fascinating sciences, and a whole lot of other ideas.
Oh, is it like not the thing on YouTube where Snoop Dogg becomes the narrator for like animal documentary?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it's gonna be something like that, but with Jeff Goldblum is one of the most interesting celebrities out there. So it's gonna be so
Yeah, yeah,
fascinating. It's like, so this is gonna be a little turtle walking.
yeah. I want to watch it. I mean, like
I want to watch that.
I enjoy the Snoop Dogg one so much.
Yeah, Disney just landed a gold mine with that Jeff Goldblum documentary series.
Dude, Disney can do anything now. People will watch it.
Yeah, and all the stuff that we've said is all the stuff that's been confirmed. We haven't even mentioned like Fox stuff, which is gonna be definitely gonna add to it because they just acquire Fox, so they haven't have anything in
Mhm.
production. But it's gonna be huge. So once we end this episode, we're gonna talk to our councilmen and we're gonna discuss if we're gonna split the price for the Disney Plus.
Hey, I did not agree to this yet.
Okay, even if we get the highest, most expensive, which I'm gonna be guessing $15, if we split it like by 4 people, how much is that? 15 divided by 4. There's gonna be
How much?
375. There's gonna be 375 each for us per month. This is like 30,000 per month,
Is that a
which is
lot? Wait? Is $100 in US a lot or not?
$100 in the US, sort of.
Ah, wait. So three. How much is what? 359.
Three.
that
Okay,
quite
like
a lot then?
375 in US dollars. Okay, let me.
Yeah,
You
is
want me
that
to?
quite a lot?
You need to convert it to yen.
I can do that.
But I mean, it's a possibility if you ever want it. 419 Japanese yen.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
We'll think about it. But yeah, so I guess that's it for this episode. You have anything else to say,
um,
Cal, about Disney Plus, Star Wars, Marvel stuff, anything?
I'm not sure what to talk about this. Okay, I'm not really into the streaming services. I do have some thoughts about it.
But well, yeah, I guess all I have to say is that I guess I'll be getting Disney Plus. If you guys are ever gonna consider joining me, feel free. Uh, but I'm excited for the Mandalorian. I'm excited for episode 9 more than I already was. And yeah, there's a lot of this. Endgame is next week, so we're gonna be looking forward to that.
Oh, that's expensive.
Um,
$375, you say, right?
yeah,
Dude, that's
three
like
three
4,000
three point
euro.
3.75, not $375.
Oh, 3.75. When you say the point, man.
I did.
Did
Three
you?
seventy five per month. That's expensive as F, man. What the hell?
Exactly. When you keep on saying like, well, 6.99 per month, 6.99 at first, I was like, $699. Huh?
When I said 6.99, I mean $6.99. That's how we said it.
But I don't live there. How am I supposed to know? There's an order to things, okay?
I mean, like,
Yeah.
I will even
Okay. Now the price is reasonable.
I mean, if I say 6.99, I will be saying $699. 6.99 is $6.99.
I don't know. I don't know. I'll say Tokyaku N. Very different. You see. That's how I would say it. Tokyaku N.
All
No,
right
that's
then, Calvin.
600 yen.
So yeah, next week is Endgame. We're gonna be as the next week's episode. We don't know we're gonna drop it, but as soon as we watch the Endgame, we're gonna be dropping it directly for the spoiler review. Hopefully, everyone gonna be by everyone. I mean, all the Endgame, all the Councilmen members will be able to see it by then, so we can film the review. And yeah, don't forget to
Supposedly.
subscribe and leave a review. Calvin, do you have anything else to say before we part ways?
I don't know. Follow me in Instagram. Yay. KYACE27. That's, yeah.
And,
KYACE27.
and your Twitch channel.
Yeah. I'm going to say that, okay? Chill. And I have a Twitch channel. It's Disco Monkey 027. Yeah, 027. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's all about it. That's about it.
Do you actually get money
Alright.
from your Twitch channel?
Disney Channel.
Do you actually get money from donations on Twitch?
You don't even watch my Twitch, bro.
Whenever you play, I'm asleep, man. Time difference.
Hey, I try playing in the morning, so it's night for you. And I try playing at night, so it's the morning for you. I try playing at 2 a.m. for you.
Well, play right now, and I'll watch right now. So yeah, guys, follow me at Brother on Twitter, Instagram. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to my channel on YouTube. If you're not, then still subscribe to my channel on YouTube at Jaw Movies. I'm gonna be Endgame movie reviews gonna be coming out next week. The spoiler review, I'm not gonna be doing it for a direct spoiler review, but I'll be doing it for the Councilmen. I'm gonna be back reacting to the Schmodown, Founding Fathers versus the Berries this Monday. Well, Wednesday. I'm watching it on Monday because of Patreon. Um, and yeah, I'm gonna be having the summer break in the next 2 weeks. Even though I have classes, I'm probably gonna have more free time, so I'm gonna be making more stuff on my channel. So subscribe to stick around. Subscribe to this podcast and leave a review. They're on Spotify, Castbox, Apple, and I guess that's all. Kelvin, you wanna take us out?
I don't have anything else to hit with. And the councilman has spoken. Yeah, that's more. See you guys in the next episode. Aha!